Storytime about how my bank might have ruined my chances of going to an Olivia Rodrigo concert. So a little background information, in December I got tickets to Olivia's concert. I thought it would be the perfect Christmas gift for my sister and I to go to California and go to her concert, and I got 2 floor seats. So I was super excited when I gave her the tickets. We were both like screaming, that we were going to be going to a concert. We had the best seats. Well, knowing that I had the tickets, I hadn't checked on them for a few months. And this concert is on May 20th of 2022. Well, a few days ago, I was going on Ticketmaster to check the tickets, and it said that they had been voided, and I had no idea why, so I was frantically trying to figure out what the hell had happened to my tickets. And I didn't want my sister thinking, oh my god, she really didn't get the tickets. So I was sending emails with Ticketmaster, and they said that somebody had filed a dispute. If you don't know what that means somebody was like, hey, that's my money, I'm taking it back. Like for part 2. Part 2 about why I might not be allowed to go to an Olivia Rodrigo concert. So like I said, pretty much somebody was like, hey, I want my money back, and the tickets were no longer there. Mind you, I was already charged in December, and now it's April. So I call my bank and I'm like, hey, what the fuck is going on? My money is missing. These people say they don't have it, aka Ticketmaster. And they're like, oh my god, we're so sorry. We thought that it was a fraudulent charge, so we just disputed it. So now, of course, I'm extremely pissed off and upset. So then when they realized they fucked up, they were like, okay, we'll give the money back to them. That's completely fine. And then I called Ticketmaster and I talked to somebody. They said, that's fine. Just let them know at the door that there was a mix-up. And I'm like, okay, but they're not just going to believe me, so can you send me an email saying that's what happened? And right after that, they hung up the call, and I've been trying to get a hold of Ticketmaster ever since, and they haven't been answering. So go check your tickets, and please tag Ticketmaster.
Storytime about the day my husband attacked me and put me in the hospital. Disclaimer is not my storytime, instead of me on Instagram. When I saw him grab the hammer, I started instantly running. I ran straight to the bathroom and locked myself. The good thing is that he would never damage this house because he does love it, so he didn't swing at the door. I stayed in the bathroom for an hour explaining to him why I wanted to get a divorce. After the 2 hours, I thought he had calmed down. He basically told me that he would give me the divorce with no problem. But let me remind you, I was the breadwinner and he had no job. He was completely dependent on me. But as soon as I opened the door, he pushed in and started hitting me. Unfortunately, I didn't tell anyone in my family what my plan was. Suddenly, I wake up and I realize I'm on the ground. 4 hours had passed. I get up and look at myself in the mirror, and my face was completely swollen. I walk into the living room and my husband was there playing video games, just like he did every day all day. As soon as he sees me, he says, you better go wash your face. Instead, I grabbed my things and ran out. He didn't even bother chasing me. I called my parents on the way to the hospital and they met me there. Luckily, there was no major damage. My parents helped me file a police report, and when the police showed up to see my husband, he had cleaned the bathroom. Guess what he told them? That he was the one that wanted to divorce me because I was crazy, and that I had made up the whole attack. He says that I must have hit myself in the face. That's when the cops asked him, how do you know that she was hit in the face? Gotcha. He said he had assumed that I was being hit in the face. My brothers and parents went over and kicked him out. I sold the place and bought a house down the street from my parents. I am now so much happier. Feel like I'm aging backwards from not being around him. The constant fear and nervousness I felt around him took a toll on me, and I just hadn't realized it. To this day, he says he did nothing, and the cops have done nothing against him. I need proof, so what should I do?
Y'all can ask me anything. Yes, I was a teen mom. I know I've mentioned it before, but I don't know why I don't really talk about it too much, especially because it is a huge part of my story.
Life story.
I met my boyfriend when I was a freshman in high school, and I loved him so much, and yeah, not a whole lot of parental supervision. If I'm just being completely honest. So when I was 16, your girl was pregnant. I was pregnant with Savannah. While I was pregnant, I did stay in school. I was a junior in high school. I was 16 and pregnant before the TV show came out. It came out a year later. And yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I was obsessed with that show because I could relate. That was literally my life. Now, when I had Savannah, technically I was 17, but most of my pregnancy, I was 16. My twin, that girl is the love of my life. Now, I had my daughter in March, so I took that last semester of my junior year off. Then over the summer, I started working at Burger King again because I worked there when I was a teenager, and so I basically made enough to pay for daycare, diapers, and food for her. I was always an excellent student, so I was not going to drop out. I wasn't going to get my GED. I literally put Savannah in daycare and went back to school for my senior year. I graduated with my class. I walked that stage. I got a couple scholarships actually while I was in high school, which is something that I was very proud of. I did go to college. Y'all, your girl has an MBA. Obviously, her dad and I did not stay together because statistically speaking, you're not going to. No, we were very young, 17 and 18 years old, trying to raise a child while we were children ourselves. And I'm being nice when I say we, right? It was me. I just don't hold that against him now that I'm older. I'm 32 years old, and looking back, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, It was always gonna be that way. Now, unpopular opinion time, don't come for me. Don't come for me. I do not support teen pregnancy. I support teen parents. Shit happens. If you are or were a teen parent, I'm not judging you, but I don't think it's cute to glorify teen pregnancy. And I'm not saying I would change even a single thing about my life, but it did make my life so much harder than it needed to be. Being a parent changes your life in general, but being a teen parent is something totally different. Like, it literally changed the trajectory of my life path. I have 3 kids now, and I will say, like, being a parent when you're older is a completely different experience. And I know that I'm a great mom, but my younger kids got a better version of me. And I'm just being completely honest, right? Like, again, don't come for me. But yeah, I was a teen mom.